welcome to Beth Roars, where we look at your favourite singers to find out what makes them them. I just love this song. It's really good fun, and I love AC/DC. And you know what? I know Brian Johnson isn't the stereotypical, he isn't the most technical singer in the world, and he definitely has had some vocal damage. You can hear from his early days how different he sounds. Yet, I love his authenticity, and I love the energy and the soul that he brings to AC/DC. So let's give this a listen. He's like growls. It's such a growl. Oh, wait until it gets to the end. Yes. I was caught in the middle of a railroad track. You know, some people say that it's a style that gruffness is something that he added to his voice as part of his kind of vocal textures, his tools, rather than any sort of damage. I don't know particularly. To me, it does sound like there has been some wear and tear there, and you know, partially that's gonna happen when you are singing that many shows all the time. Like if you're an athlete, it's really hard to get by without some sort of injury. And you know, sometimes people kind of villainize having a vocal injury, but you wouldn't if it was an athlete either. It's the same thing, you know, you try and take the steps to be able to perform race after race or perform match after match, and you will try and take the steps to try and sing show after show after show. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. And sometimes, you know, unlike an athlete, the resulting sound of an injury can be interesting in its own way, as long as it is authentic and you're able to continue to sing on it afterwards without completely losing your voice. But it often means that if you do have some sort of injury, that you're going to have to look after your voice even more so when you are doing tons and tons of shows, because then you are more likely to run the risk of just losing your voice and being unable to perform. So it's a really hard thing to balance. And a lot of people I know and a lot of students will come to me and be like, I want to sound like this, and how can I sound really gritty and like I've lived? And the honest answer is people live that lifestyle, and that's why they sound like that. And that's works for them because it's authentic to them. But if that's not you, that's not you, and you have to own your own vocal textures, because it's going to be as unique and wonderful, and it will show your life, which is different than Brian Johnson's. It's like scratch. I love that. Sound of the drums beating in my heart, like the thunder of guns, yeah, tear me apart. Too big, Thunderstruck. Oh, I can't help but dance to this song. Oh, I'd love to be there. We hit the time, and we went through to Texas, and we had some fun. Okay. First of all, I wanted to remind you, if you haven't seen it already, there is this fantastic bluegrass version of this that is the most fun thing. So go check that out. Go and Google. I can't remember the name. I'll put it down in the description. But if you Google Thunderstruck bluegrass version, it's so good. YouTube is the best place ever. Also, it's so interesting. I think often when people have any sort of vocal damage, it limits your range and things like that. But it also, you are required to fall back on your musicality even more so. So when you heard Aretha Franklin and her voice was damaged from smoking, she still had that musicality and she still had that ability to control her voice, even though her range was smaller and it had a gruffer tone and it wasn't as controlled as it used to be, because she had that underlying ability and that underlying pitch and rhythm and understanding of phrasing, and it kind of still worked. And it's the same here. If you hear him when he is young, he has fantastic understanding of musicality, and you can hear that in how he attacks everything, the way that he is using rhythm, the way that he's using slides in a creative way. He's got this very full color palette that he's using in a subtle, nuanced way to create a feeling. It's not at all boring. Every word has its own nuance attached to it, which is, it's wonderful. Like this. Let's talk about like the 3 ways he did Thunderstruck with a slide, Thunderstruck, holding it with a kind of vibrato, Thunderstruck, with more of a slide, and then a come on with a really precise k at the end. Every single one is just a little different, so it never gets boring. I don't know why I sung it in the high octave. That was weird to me. Yeah, okay, I will stop stopping every second, but those runs, they are precise, they are musical, he knows his scales, he is not sliding on them, he's sliding on them when he wants to. Sometimes his diction is really precise and you can hear everything, sometimes it's really mumbled, dependent on what he is trying to make us feel, and it's all about that feeling. He might be doing this intuitively, he might not be individually thinking about each phrase like that. Some of us do have to go through and think about each phrase, and some people do it intuitively, lucky them. And it's just really, really musical. Of course, as if it's a surprise, but you know. That must be such an amazing feeling to be on that stage. Thunderstruck! Thunderstruck! Yeah, Thunderstruck! Come on! Thunderstruck! Yeah, I said yeah! It's alright! Baby, we're doing fine! I said, yeah, it's alright. Baby, we're doing fast, so fast, Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. Come on, baby. Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. And I can't believe the energy these all still have. They must have a lot of fitness. Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. Oh, it's such a good song. Woo. Oh yeah. All right. It just gets me in the feels. It just makes me want to like dance and just have an awesome time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.